Chelsea Face here again, and I hope that you are having a wonderful day. I have a book haul for you. Actually, a manga haul. So let's just get into it. I'm feeling okay now. I think I've had some time to breathe. I had a lot going on. It's getting to be that crazy time of year for me. I have an event this weekend for my job, and then it's just crazy Christmas stuff. So I hope that you are doing well. I hope that you're not too upset that I took a tiny little break. And I have just a nice little manga haul for you. I've got my Ita mug here. He's ready to go with my coffee. So if you want to hang out, have a drink, have a snack, let's just get into the manga haul. The first manga I have here is one that I have been so highly anticipating for so long. I'm like really excited to finally have this in my hands because I follow the creator on Twitter, and I saw them publishing pictures and the cover art for this new series they were creating. And so I didn't know if we were gonna get it in English. And then one day all of a sudden it's out and I'm like, holy crap. So I bought it. It's Kintetsu Yamada's Home Office Romance. This is the same person who created Sweat and Soap. I am obsessed with Sweat and Soap. It might be one of my top 2 or 3 series. I can't really decide right now what my favorite series is. I think it's still Fruits Basket, but Sweat and Soap's right up there. But this is their new series and I'm really excited. It's also, again, that large trim size, the same as Sweat and Soap. So you know exactly what you're getting. It's Kodansha, and it retails at $13.99. So I believe it's a little more than Sweat and Soap. Let me know if I'm wrong because I'm not gonna go pick up one in my shelf. I'm too lazy for that. This is, I think, all I know about it is that it is a romance between 2 office workers during COVID. So like the lockdowns. I didn't really know that until I read the back of it when I picked it up today after I opened the box, but I'm still really excited about it. I don't think it will stress me out being during the COVID era. I had actually a pretty lucky and fun COVID era. I was very lucky. Okay, I know a lot of people experienced a lot of trouble. I was lucky during that time. I was being paid to just stay home, and I got to keep my job. I got to buy groceries and take walks and read a lot. I was very lucky, and so it isn't a trauma for me to read this, but I could understand if someone did have that. So just be mindful if you pick this up. I do recommend supporting this creator, but I do want you to know going into it that this is about COVID lockdown. I don't know how in-depth that's gonna get, if it's gonna talk about the lockdown other than the fact that they are working together. I'm still very excited to read this. I cannot wait. I think this is the first one I'm gonna read. Next up, I picked up something that was recommended to me from Bizarre Individuals, so thank you so much. If you have not checked out their channel, please do. This is where you can find them. We talk on Instagram sometimes. I do apologize for how crazy I am, but thank you so much for taking the time to give me a recommendation. I've gotten a couple from you, and this is Cherry Magic. I'm very excited. This is by Yu Toyota. Cherry Magic, 30 years of virginity can make you a wizard. And I did not know that this was mature content. I did not know how thin this was. I did not know how big this was. It's on that fancy paper and it wasn't sealed, so I have no idea what to expect other than the fact that it's a BL. I'm kind of excited about it. I think the guy can read minds, like the fact that he's a virgin makes him able to read minds. I don't know. But I am kind of going into this blindly, and I'm excited about it because it was highly recommended by someone who I think knows my tastes. I'm really excited to check this one out. Next up, I have a new volume of My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999. This is volume 3 by Mashiro, and I'm really happy to finally have this volume. It's being advertised to me so often on Twitter. I don't know why specifically Twitter. Did they pay a lot of money to get that one promoted through there? I'm not sure. But either way, I was gonna pick it up, so I don't know why, and I bought it, and I kept getting the ads. It was really strange. I'm very excited to finally have this volume. I heard that the creator has come off of their hiatus and is going to continue drawing the series, so that's really exciting. I absolutely adore these characters, and I cannot wait to continue it. These volumes I feel like are pretty expensive, but they honestly kind of lined up with 7Zs, so I'm not going to complain about that too much. And the quality I feel like is fine. I've heard people complain, but maybe that's changed, but mine have been fine, so I'm not gonna add to that drama. But the covers are so pretty. I don't get the drama with the covers. I'm sure they could be better. I don't hate it. Next up, I have a couple of used volumes here. I got volumes 30 and 33 of Ranma Half. These are the flipped editions that I've been collecting since I was in middle school, high school. And yeah, there's spoilers on the covers of those. But these are library copies, so they're a little rough and beaten up, but they were cheap and not fully damaged. So I'm just gonna have to take what I can get with this series, because these editions, some of them are so ridiculously hard to find. So I'm just gonna try my best to not get garbage volumes. But you do what you can when you're finding old manga. And I'm still really excited to eventually pick this up. Once I complete the series, I will read the entire thing. Back when I started this, it was like the second series that I started collecting. I only got to like volume 12 or something, and I had to stop because financially it wasn't doable for me off of an allowance and no job. So yeah, I had to stop, and didn't get to go to the bookstore as often, so I kind of just didn't get to collect all of them past that point. So from then on, I've been picking them up way after the fact. So I'm really excited at the progression that I'm getting on collecting these volumes. It's a lot of work, but I don't really like the omnibuses, and I already had so many of these that I just said I'm gonna just bite the bullet and do it. But the new anime is fantastic. If you haven't tried it out, it's on, I think it's on Netflix, and it's really good. I'm making my husband watch it with me. I never watched the original anime back in the day, but I do really like the manga, so I'm excited. Rumiko Takahashi is a favorite mangaka of mine, so I really am excited to eventually watch the entire series / read the entire manga. I also picked up a volume of Body, B-O-D-Y. This is volume 2. I liked volume 1. This is an older Shoujo Beat series. It's got the ugly spines. I hate that era of Shoujo Beat. Good stuff was published, but garbage spines. And I liked it. I think it's about a guy. I'll have to reread it, but I think I'm just gonna collect this one and then read it at the end. I might not read it as I go because I will forget stuff. It's like a high school romance about this guy who I think works at like a butler cafe or something, hosting or something like that. And the girl finds out about it, like they're trying not to fall in love with each other. I think it's that kind of story. That's about all I know. I'm gonna keep picking these up. They're super cheap. I hope that the series is completed. I think it is, but I don't know how many volumes, so wish me luck. I have not done any research, but I like the first volume and I have to pick it up. I think I might have paid $6 for this, maybe less, but it's pretty easy to find so far. Next up, I did not want this. I guess I didn't read the description. I haven't gone back and looked to make sure they sent me the right copy because it was so cheap. It's Love and Lies, volume 5, and it's a hardcover. I think I'm gonna have to sell this off or give it away because, or maybe just use some of the pages as like artwork somewhere. Maybe do some crafts with it because I don't want a hardcover mixed in with my soft cover manga. So I will have to rebuy this one. Personally, that's something that I just don't like. If I'm gonna have one, I'd rather have all of one or the other when it comes to hardcover or softcover. With different editions, if they're the same height, I don't mind as much. Like Bleach, I do the omnibuses and the regular editions, which is totally cool with me because they're the same height and they're not hardcover. But this, I think this bothers me a little too much, so I'm probably gonna have to replace this, but I did get it really cheap, so it's not like I lost too much money, and these volumes are starting to get hard to find. If you have volumes of Love and Lies that are 5 and up, please let me know if you're trying to get rid of them because I'm having some struggles finding some of these volumes for retail or less, and I really want to complete the series. It looks really fun. I like what I've read so far. I might wait till I have it completed to continue reading it just because it is taking me a long time, but let me know if you find some volumes that are affordable or if you yourself are just trying to get rid of your collection. I would really appreciate that. Next up, I have a very special volume of manga that I have been highly waiting and anticipating getting in the mail. I haven't told you guys about this because I wanted to keep it a surprise until I got it in the mail. I entered a giveaway on 7C's Twitter and Instagram. They did the same giveaway, just 2 different times you could win. And it was for a volume of manga that was a signed copy and personalized signed copy from the mangaka, but it would be in English. So I would be able to read the volume, keep it, collect it, and also it would be personalized to me personally. So I of course entered that and I won. I got a message on Instagram from 7C's for this volume to get my address to mail it to me, and they said it could take months, which it did. I think it was in October, like the beginning of October. So it wasn't too long of a wait, honestly, but I kind of just tried to forget about it so I wouldn't be worried about it the whole time. But I haven't read this yet because I've been holding off till I was in the mood for it, and now I finally have volume 1, so I'm gonna eventually read this. My Girlfriend's Child. This is by Mamoru Aoi. Guys, I'm so so honored to have this. I know like the premise of what this story is, and I hope I love it because look at this. It was personalized for me. You're gonna get a flash of my name, but I'll try to cover my last name. It's got my name, it's got a little hand-drawn picture here that they drew, and a signature. Thank you very much. It's so cute. It's so cute. Look at that. I'm in love, and it went from America to Japan, back to America, and then back to me in Mississippi. So this guy's been all over. It only had like a tiny little nick in the corner, but I'm just so honored to have this, and I hope I love this series. I've heard really, really good things. I know it's very heavy, and I love heavy reads with manga, but I do have to be in a particular mood to pick this up. I will let you guys know when I read this. From my understanding, this is a story about a girl and a guy who are a couple in high school, and the girl gets pregnant and them navigating through that struggle of teenage pregnancy. So I think I'm gonna like this, and I'm really, really, really happy that I have this. Okay, next up are a couple of I got a lot of good reads in this haul, but two very highly anticipated ones based off of Colleen's Manga Recs. If you do not follow them on social media, please do that. Their video essays are crazy good, and I'm always learning something about the history of shoujo and josei manga, so I highly recommend you follow them. I'll put their info here if you are interested in their content. It's not short form like hauls. It is going to be like long essays. So if you want content like that, please check them out. I'm not very good at content like that. I would love to get better. Maybe I'll try one day. But for now, check out this person because they are wonderful. Anyways, these two recs came from them. The first one is Colette Decides to Die. This is, I believe, an omnibus edition. I don't know what volumes are in here. Does it say 1, 2? I think it's just volume 1 and 2 based off of the little front papers. But this is a shoujo series, and I'm gonna read you the back because I do not know what it's about. I never looked into it. I trusted their recommendation. When exhausted and workaholic apothecary Colette jumps into a well, instead of dying, she finds herself caring for a new patient, Hades, Lord of the Dead. As Colette goes back and forth between her world and the underworld, new patients of every kind arrive daily. Colette meets Hades, a fellow workaholic, while he is ill in bed with a rash and fever. After treating his condition, she learns about the work he does and what drives him, in turn renewing her sense of purpose as an apothecary. Colette is sent back to her world, but is this the last she will see of Hades? That sounds awesome. It's like an isekai, but like, oh, it sounds so good. I can't wait. I cannot wait to read this. I've heard people talk about this so much, so I'm very, very excited. Next up is another recommendation. It is Red River, and everyone on the internet wants this series, but this is the omnibus 1, 2, and 3 edition. This is by Chei Shinohara, but this is a very highly acclaimed shoujo series that everyone and their mother loves. I hope I love it, because if not, I'm gonna be very sad. This has gotten so much hype, and people were asked on Twitter by Shoujo Beat and Viz if they reprinted some old series or reprinted any series, which ones, and people, this was like the #1, I think, that got recommended, and they did it. And so that gives me hope that they're actually going to start reprinting older shoujo series. And even if they're in these editions, I would be okay with that, especially if they were the same height as the regular editions if you started collecting them. But I don't care. I have volume 1, 2, and 3 here that I can check out. It looks to be in decent quality. The art is gorgeous, definitely an older shoujo style, but I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about it. So once again, I'm going to read you the synopsis on the back of the book. Yuri, a modern teenager, is transported to ancient Anatolia as part of a scheme by the evil Nakia, queen of the Hittites. Only the intervention of Nakia's stepson, Prince Kale, saves Yuri from the queen's bloodthirsty intentions. As an unintended consequence of the prince's actions, the people of Anatolia embrace Yuri as the incarnation of the great war goddess Ishtar. Ooh. Finding herself entangled in the social and political drama of a fractured royal family, Yuri begins to maneuver through their manipulations and learn how to survive while stuck deep in the past. Oh, it's so pretty. I can't wait to read this. My only sad thing is like looking at these covers that could have been on the volumes, that if you get the singles, that we won't get those. But It's still really, really cool. The quality is nice, so I'm really excited to check this out and let you guys know what I think of it. And the last volume of manga that I have here is an adult manga, so if you're not an adult, you might as well just skedaddle, but thank you for watching. And if you know me in real life, no you don't, but I have finally Volume 5 of Fire in His Fingertips. A flirty fireman ravages me with his smoldering gaze by Kuwano Tanishi. Guys, this volume, if you do not follow it, has been delayed for months, like months and months and months. I remember having it in my cart ready to go forever, and I would just put it for save for later because they kept delaying it. It'd be like, oh, next month, delayed again. Oh, next month, delayed again. So when I finally saw that people were actually getting copies of this in their mailbox, this series is one of my favorite smutty series, and it is still in the Ghost Ship print line. They started this series in print in English before Steamship came out, so this is pretty old starting, but this volume was highly anticipated because volume 1, 2, and 3 were uncensored, so we got full everything, you know, front, back, all of it. And volume 4 was censored, and if you get people into a series like this and you start censoring everything, it kind of ruins the point. It should just be a romance at that point. I think personally, like, I don't know, that's why you're buying it. Like, let's be real. Like, we're not here to just see some blurs or some lightsabers or whatever you want to call it. We're here to see, and the story is fun. I like the story enough. I think the guy is pretty problematic, but like, it's a story, it's manga. A lot of guys in manga are problematic. And I was really anticipating this one because everyone was saying that it wasn't censored, so I'm really excited to read it. Oh, don't flip through it. Okay, I'm seeing things. But I'll have to reread the whole series because I don't remember everything that's happening. I just know that I'm really excited that they have gone back to not censoring it. I don't know what the problem was with volume 4. It felt like a betrayal because, you know, we all expected the same thing from the first 3 volumes and we didn't get that. But hopefully we're fully back. We won't go back to that. If we go back in the next volume, I'm gonna be very upset. But for now, we have this. The guy's very pretty. They're all firemen except for the girl. She was rescued and blah, 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 blah. And it's just really fun. So if you're an adult, I recommend this if you want something spicy because it is spicy. Anyways, you guys, that is it for this manga haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I am so excited to read these. The month of December is going to be a big reading month for me. I can feel it already. Even though I've got a lot of Christmas events coming up for work, it's always at the very beginning of the month. So after the first week and a half of December, my schedule opens up until next year. And it's a lot slower until May of next year. So that gives me plenty of time to film more content and be a little more active here. So I hope you guys will understand that. I do stay fairly active on my Instagram if you want to follow me there. I will put it right here if you want to follow me there. Also, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I don't know what this is. I'm just really happy right now, and it's been a rough couple months, so I'm happy to feel good. And things are looking up a little bit for me personally, and I can't wait to see what reading I get into in the month of December. I hope you guys are excited to see future hauls and my reading log for the month of November, and see what we can get into for the holiday season. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys.